What is up, guys? Little Dog here. Today I'm bringing you a K-Real Tsutsaroth boss guide. For this guide, there's a couple things you're going to need to know, and I'll let you know. That way you feel confident enough to go in and fight K-Real by yourself. This is a solo guide, so that you'll be able to do it by yourself. Just to start off, to be able to even get into the God Wars dungeon, you're going to need 60 strength or 60 agility. There's a boulder blocking the path that you have to either pick up or be agile enough to get past. You're also going to need 70 constitution to be able to get into K-Real Tsutsaroth's encampment. If you don't have that 70 constitution, you won't be able to go in, and you can't even do this boss yet. But just for this guy specifically, you're going to need 70 magic, 70 defense, and 52 summoning. The 70 magic and 70 defense are for that tier 70 magic gear, such as Barrows or Garb of Subjugation. Subjugation, definitely recommended. Barrows is going to be a lot tougher. And 52 summoning for a Spirit Terror Bird or even a better Beast of Burden. For items, you're going to want runes for a fire spell, or you're going to want runes for a fire spell and some law runes to teleport. There's a Trollheim teleport, which takes you almost right outside the God Wars dungeon. You're also going to need those runes to teleport out of the dungeon, as you can't just leave through the door. You have to teleport out. And so you're going to want law runes, fire runes, and air runes. You're going to want an extra summoning pouch just in case you're in there for a while. One super anti-poison because K-Real has an attack that poisons you. 7 super restores to keep your summoning up and keep your prayer up also. And then you're going to want 16 food or like Ceridome brews or whatever you want to bring. I brought sharks. Whatever food is best for you. Fill the rest of your inventory with it and fill the rest of your followers' inventory. If this is your first time even going to the God Wars dungeon, you're going to also need to bring a rope, so just substitute that with a food. And there's also a man you need to talk to outside the God Wars dungeon before you go in. He just gives you a piece of paper before he dies. And he just wants you to bring this certification, but you don't even have to bring it to him to go into the God Wars dungeon. You just have to talk to him. In terms of your equipment, this is what your backpack should look like. As well as having your followers' inventory full. So you can see I got my runes there, my extra summoning pouch, my anti-poison, my super restores, and the rest of my inventory filled with food. And then in terms of my gear, I have full subjugation on with the garb and everything else. And then I have my obsidian cape, my amulet of fury, the ring of luck, which is really important. Since they did the luck rework, that's going to give you extra chances at some loot. I've gotten a Garb of Subjugation with it. I have just an Arab staff, tier 70 staff. And then I have a Vampirism aura. The Vampirism aura is pretty important. It allows you to get 5% of your health back for damage you deal. It comes in pretty key when you're doing this. If you want to use something like a Penance aura, just bring more food and less restore potions. But yeah, this is really what you want to look like before you head off to try and solo K-Real by yourself for the first time. The ectoplasmator has nothing to do. I just kind of had it on, so don't worry about bringing an ectoplasmator. But this is what you want to do. Barrows is, if you have Barrows gear, that's okay, but you might get 1 or 2 kills rather than 6 or 7. So the way that I get to the God Wars dungeon is by using the Trollheim teleport, which teleports me right to the top of Trollheim. If you've done Edgar's Ruse, this is a spell you can use. If you haven't, it's just the entrance to the God Wars dungeon with that boulder I was talking about is located right here within this red square. If you've done Death Plateau, this should look familiar to you. You'll know how to get there. It's just on the outer ring of the Trollheim mountain is where the plateau is where the boulder's located. You'll see it here in a second, but you can walk there. You're just going to need a pair of climbing boots also. If you can't teleport there, still bring the teleport rune so you can teleport out. So what I'll do is I'll climb down the rocks and just make my way towards. Once I get on this bottom level here, I'm going to turn on Protect from Missiles, because these trolls here, they can deal a little bit of damage. And then once I'm under the boulder, I'm going to switch to Protect from Melee so that I don't get hit by these wolves. If this is your first time here, there's going to be a guy on the left you need to talk to right here for that mini quest. He's just going to give you a note, and that's it. Use your rope on the entrance, and you're going to get in. Once you're into the God Wars dungeon, you're going to head north and cross this bridge right here. And it's going to put you into Zamorak's fortress. Now, this is where you're going to get your kill count. That's something I haven't mentioned yet. But the kill count is how many of Zamorak's minions you need to kill before you can get into face K-Real. The kill count you need to get is 40. The fastest way I found to do that in this area is by killing imps, Goraks, Bloodvelds, and werewolves. I stay away from the spiritual mages and archers and warriors just because they have a slayer level to kill, and that can get tough when you don't have the slayer level for it. There are some places that I like to get my kill count at. Specifically, there is a spot that spawns 3 imps, which are what I kill to get my kill count up the fastest, because I'm not worried about what they're dropping. So it's in the northeastern corner of Zamorak's fortress. There's going to be an imp spawn here where you can see there's 3 of them. So what I'll do is I'll just kill these and the surrounding Goraks, werewolves, and Bloodvelds until I get that 40 kill count. Once you get the 40 kill count, it's going to turn orange in that little box along the top, and then you can go in to fight the boss. I'm just going to speed it up while I get the kill count so you can see what I'm doing. Basically what I do is I kill these imps, and then I'll run over and kill the other 2 imp spawns. And try not to eat your food. Use your regenerate with adrenaline. And don't worry about using prayer, because your prayer gets drained actually while you're in this room away from the boss because of the evil atmosphere. So don't worry about using prayer, and try not to eat food. They do drop food, however, if you need to. But once you have that 40 kill count, you're going to come to this room right here. This is just the south of where you're killing those imps if you do it like me. And this is basically your safe room, your preparation room. So this is free of all monsters, and as soon as you enter this room, nothing attacks you, and this is where you decide whether or not you want to pay for a new boss room. You can switch worlds in here to find one without anybody killing it, and yeah. So I'm going to go into that safe room now that I got 40 kill count. And once you're in, you're going to want to get your prayer up, so drink your restore potions. Make sure your quick prayers are set. I use Protect from Magic. You can use Protect from Magic or Protect from Melee. You're going to want to activate your auras and switch up your action bar too, so that you don't have high elk on the first one. Now you can set a custom encounter. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to do a custom encounter so nobody comes in and griefs me. I set it to one person and standard spawn. If you want to kill them faster, after you're used to them, set it to fastest and you can just go. But once you're in, I run to the corner here. And this way they spawn, and I can keep the archer guy away from me for a while. So K-Roll is going to spawn along with 3 other minions, 1 magic, 1 melee, 1 ranged. The magic and melee are going to be closest to you. That way you can hit them with your AoE abilities. And you're going to want to make sure you keep your prayer up. Now K-Roll has a special attack. The special attack drains your prayer and can hit you for up to 4,000 life points. So what I do is I'll always keep my health above 4,000 life points, at least I'll try to, and keep my prayer above, and use threshold abilities to kill him. I stay away from ultimates because with Vampirism Aura you can deal more damage faster, I feel, than if I were to save up all my adrenaline to 100% because of how much I have to eat during this fight, and how much you probably will too if you're low level like me. Now I'm doing this fight with 80 magic, so it can it's a little different than what you're gonna see, but I'm using the gear. You saw the gear I was using isn't tier 80 gear. Before he spawns again, you're gonna want to make sure your prayer is all the way back up, and so is your health. So there are basically 2 strategies I have to this. I'll either use Metamorphosis and save all my adrenaline up without eating until I hit 100%, and then I'll eat and just let the Metamorphosis go. But I found that it works better if I just use Wild Magic and Strangulate, and that does more damage and kills them faster. Typically, a kill is going to last about a minute. And using this strategy, I can get anywhere from 4 kills at once to something like... I think the most I've got it is 10 or 11 kills in one go because I got lucky with the drops. Unlucky with the drops, and then I was getting a lot of food drops and not good drops. So with those food drops, I can stay for more kill count, but I don't get good drops. So you can possibly stay longer with food drops. In the room, there's also an altar that you can pray at. So if you just finished a kill and you want to go pray instead of using Restore Potion, you can do that. But you can only use it once every 9 or 10 minutes. So don't rely on that to get your prayer up. If you have Soul Split or something like that, that you'd rather use, definitely go ahead and use Soul Split instead of as much food, because you will be able to stay a lot longer. After you've killed him enough, or haven't killed him enough, and you've run out of food and you feel like it's time to go, you don't think you can survive another kill, that's when you need to teleport out, since you can't simply just exit. So this is why you brought those law runes. You just need to choose one of the teleports that you have. I just hone teleport to Varrock. And that's all you need to know to kill K-Rill. So using this method, I found that I can get 5 to 10 kills a trip at a low level. As this is a boss that was meant to be duoed, not just soloed. You can get about 5 to 10 kills a trip just using this method, especially with that Vampirism Aura, or even with the Penance Aura and bringing more food instead of Restore Potions. If this helped you, be sure to leave a like. Comment down below if you have any questions or tips, or you want to point out anything I missed, or you want to help people in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out some of my other stuff if you're bored. I got boss guides, quest guides, and event guides. Thanks.